Let's take a look at an easy way to shave or trim fibers when using fiber effects. In this scene, I already have a big flat poly with some fibers on it, and I have a null, and I've animated the null passing through the fibers, basically passing across the object that has the fibers placed on it. So what I want to have happen is when this null object passes over this, I want it to trim or get rid of the hair in that path, whether it's a character shaving a beard, or in this case, we could say this is a lawnmower and it's passing over the grass. So let's go ahead and take a look how we could set that up. So I'm going to go over to Control F8. I've already got fiber effects on there, and I'm going to control the scale in order to trim that out. So I'm going to go to Scale, Texture Editor, and I'm going to use an image map, and I've created this simple little image. It's just a black and white image. Where it's black, it's going to be 0 scale, and where it's white, it's going to be 100% scale. So let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to map it in the Y and automatic size it, and let's close that down and let's refresh, and you can see let's go ahead and close this. You can see that we've got the path. The problem is that it's already gone, and I want to animate the path being cut into these fibers. So to do that, let's go over to our scale again. I'm going to add a new layer, and it's going to be an image map, and I'm going to use a masking image map, and basically all I've done is create a black and white image, and I'm going to use this to mask out that path so that we can have the trimming take place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this to a null. So reference object null, okay, automatic size for right now, and let's close down these windows but keep this window open so that we can see what happens. Okay, so I can see there's some animation going on, but it starts off where there's already a gap in place. So I'm going to need to start scaling this. Let's scale this up. That's almost there. Let's do 25. And towards the end, that might work. But I noticed that it's not moving where I want it to here, so I'm going to go to Position, and I'm just going to change this. Let's see if we offset it. But it looks like it's offset a little, maybe a little more. Okay, that's going the wrong way, so let me do 1. I'm going to go back to Scale, and I'm going to bump this up a little bit. Let's see if that fixes it. Okay, so there's no fibers, and yep, that'll do it. Okay, the problem is now I've lost my path, and that's not what I set out to do. So I'm going to take this layer and I'm going to set it to Photoshop Screen as my blending mode. And there we go. So we'll see the whole screen here in a second, but let's just recap. So I have an image map on for my path that actually draws the path that I want. The white is going to be 100%, so it's going to show 100% of the fibers, and the black is going to be 0%, so it shows 0% of the fibers. Then I have a mask on top of it that I'm animating that's attached to that null. Okay, when I move the null, it's moving this image. I just had to size the image up to fit half that image on the screen for start, and then so it goes from here to here as I move the null. So let's go ahead and close that down and take a look at what we have. So as that null moves, it is trimming the fibers. So that's just a quick way that we can go about removing fibers during an animation. Again, in this case, let's say it's cutting the grass. If you want it to leave some length on the fibers, what you'd use is a grayscale instead of black and white. So you'd have white and then some shade of gray, so that it's not black. It's not going to be a 0% value. If you had 50% gray, well, it'd be half the height of these other fibers. So you can go ahead and play with that to get the effect you're after. But this is just a quick way of going in and shaving or mowing fibers down.